Let's call the meeting to order, April 17th, 2024, we'll start with the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Warrant bills are all signed up. Approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Minutes of last meeting, we're gonna table until next week. Town administrator weekly update.
First is just to let you know that Comcast did reach out to me and they have a draft franchise agreement based on the last time that they were before you, so we sent that over to legal counsels to start reviewing. Regarding the old gym, we're moving forward with taking it down. We've spoken to the contractor. At this point, we're waiting for CMP. They reminded us that they're very busy right now, but they hope to have the electricity disconnected by May 10th at the latest. We'll stay in contact with the contractor. He's at least got us on the books and we're ready to go. Next is more of a question for the board regarding the assessments that we did. First, I guess the rec with the engineer. He's on vacation this week with the storm. He asked me to do next week, so I'll schedule that with you. The road assessment, because I didn't sit in on the workshop, is there anything the board needs for the road assessment? We're just filing it away for the road commissioner and others to use as they see fit, or
I
is there
believe it was
anything?
supposed to be shipped to the road committee, correct?
It was, they all got, and you guys had the workshop with them.
I asked them to, and they said that they had experience providing or using that as a base to develop a capital plan for the roads
Okay.
going forward. He said he would provide us an example of a report like that. I actually circulated to maybe all of you or Jennifer, someone did, a report that was done for Lebanon, which I
Yes.
thought was exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah, we forwarded it.
And so, I'm not sure this firm, I don't know that this is their wheelhouse or not, but we should follow up with them, ask them what they have, but personally, I think the only way to, or the best way to take advantage of that report is to make sure it becomes the baseline for developing a capital budget, so we have funding put aside on a regular basis to maintain our roads.
So we think that the road committee is working on that now?
No, that's not the road committee's
Okay.
responsibility, to develop funding plans.
Right.
At least that's
No.
not my idea. I'm not sure what the road committee should be doing at this point.
Okay, I'm sorry, I thought I heard you say that you asked them to do something.
No, I asked, by them I meant, Sebago.
Sebago Tech.
Yeah. So, we,
Come on up, Paul.
I'm just trying to see where they all left
I'm
off.
just raising the hand, I figured it
Yeah.
was big enough.
When we left that day, didn't you want me to work with the engineer like a 5-year plan type thing? I thought that's what I got out at the end of the meeting.
I do remember something about
Or-
I think that is what we
I
discussed.
thought, when we discussed it, I thought what we made the recommendation was to send it to the road committee, and you work with the road committee on coming up with a 5-year plan. But, I mean, I don't think we talked about numbers or anything, is that what we talked about?
I think
when I'm talking, go ahead.
we asked Sebago, I think, to see if they could come up with some numbers.
Yeah, okay.
I really would
Yeah.
like Sebago to do it. They've done the assessment, and to work with you
yeah, that was
to develop and quite frankly, I think it ought to be 10, but 5, whatever, a long-term plan for the maintenance of our roads that would indicate how much we need to put aside each and every year, so that you'll have the money to properly maintain roads. And Sebago or some other firm could take what Sebago had done, if that's not their wheelhouse, and they could do that. But I think that needs to be done.
Okay.
You know, that's probably the way to do it anyways. I think letting a firm like that work with the road commission directly will probably
Yeah.
be more direct impact.
Okay.
Well, I didn't mean to cut you out of that at all, because you're the guy. You gotta make sure that what we come up with is something you can be comfortable with and say, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah, we don't want someone telling you how to do your job, we want someone to help you, and
Yeah.
that's all.
So it sounds like it ended the same way. You said you thought you were working with
Not the
Sebago, and that's what
road
they're saying, so
I
5% your plan.
Yep.
It's not the road committee.
No, okay,
In all due
all right,
respect, I don't
okay.
think they're responsible.
So I just wanna make sure it doesn't fall off the
No,
list.
no, no,
So
no.
I'll give you a couple weeks and we'll touch base on it. Okay, so that takes care of that. What about the transfer station? How did that one end? Where do we stand I spoke to Robin briefly, but he said that
We had
there
a
was
bunch of
some.
comments about that plan,
Still-
and they were gonna go back and redo it.
Yeah, because we
They
wanted
wanted
to
So
see.
you asked Sebago to go back and
We
make
talked about
changes to
going
that
up around the
plan?
backside.
Yeah,
I asked to have some parking areas put up on the backside of it to
So we
give,
can-
I asked them to consider how they could address that choke point
Right,
between the, you know, the trash dump and the
yeah,
the recycling building.
well, I think that's why we talked about putting a
Yeah,
parking.
and that may be the way to do it.
Yeah, it's up around the other
I
side.
don't know, I was pretty confused during that whole thing because, the superintendent, I don't feel wanted to do that, so I don't know really where
Yeah.
we're rolling with it. So,
I'm sure he'll be given an opportunity for input.
Yeah.
And I think.
So,
that
but you're
would be-
waiting for Sebago for that one?
Yeah.
Updated
yeah, I
plan?
believe,
for-
'cause we
Okay.
did.
Yeah, we wanted to see the costs and see what it would.
So update echo in here.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
It's the feedback from the speaker and the mics.
Yeah.
Is it?
Needs to be turned, the volume needs to be turned back just a little bit.
Okay.
I'll reach out to Mr. Corin. Okay, so I just want to know where those ended. Reminder that we have a liquor license public hearing next Wednesday for barn lights. And then the last one is just that the assessors have reached out to us. They're starting to do building permit reviews as of April 1st of '24. So remember, your assessment for your upcoming October bill will be however the property sits as of April 1st of '24. So we pull a year's worth of building permits, and they'll go out and start visiting the property. So if you had a permit pulled in the last year, you'll see them.
When will that work be done?
So it has to be as of April 1st. I mean, it'll be June, July.
Okay, because we want to consider it when we set the tax rate.
You'll need it, yes, you'll need the new
Okay,
building
okay.
value. All right, that's all I have, David.
Okay,
Warrant finance is a meeting. My work today, this week was primarily looking at the renewal of some investments, investment of some idle cash, and I spent some time talking with Mark Roy about the services he's providing now, especially in light of the vacancy with, sorry, what's the matter?
Why are you guys laughing?
we skipped the permit head community.
Oh, this.
Dude, I would've cut you off.
We might as well finish it.
Continue on, we'll go back to it.
So with the vacancy in the treasurer's, what you were saying?
With the vacancy of the treasurer, spent some time with Mark Roy and Jennifer, just to make sure we had the right coverage over the finances of the town, and I think we're in good shape.
Well, while we're on liaison updates, how about you, Ed?
I have nothing. There actually was a meeting, I guess, of the Lincoln School Committee for the Acton Chapel Historical Society that I wasn't aware of. Or I don't think you were either, because you would've sent it to me.
I have no idea.
So, but I did get some information from them, so I don't have anything to report, but
So they have a committee. and
They've got a
what's
little
the-
committee.
What's the role of their committee?
just, well, we initially went out and looked at the building and came up with an assessment.
Okay.
So I don't know what they did at the meeting, actually,
All
from
right.
that point
Okay,
on, so,
I guess we'll hear.
yeah, so that's all I have.
How about you, Dan?
This past Thursday, there was a school committee meeting. They did like a presentation about the pre-K program. I have been in communication with Principal Ross and regards to, there's been some conversation about the pickup and drop-off situation. I forwarded you folks an email about it, talk about some solutions. One of the
The bridge, right? The bridge, is that what they're?
the bridge, it's one of the, they're thinking one of the sooner solutions that we've done was posting a no parking sign on the bridge, so, Andy Brazier reached out to DOT about that, and I've been in communication with Randy about kind of what that's gonna look like, and they talked about some work with ordinance and stuff, so he just sent me a thing from another town, some ordinance, what we might have to do, so.
See, I don't understand the town having to do a local ordinance on putting a sign on a state road.
That's what Randy said. I asked, he said that because the select board has to prove, there should be an ordinance with anything to do with
Yeah.
parking and anything that is prohibiting parking.
Yeah.
And in that ordinance, it needs to specifically state where that is. I asked him in regards to, he said that,
I'm sure he's right, I just did, the state doesn't, you know, they go and they put their own stop signs up, they do this, and nothing to do with us at all, and it was-
Is it something, this is just for parking?
it's just to prevent parking, saying that you can't park there because especially with the snow and
So it can be enforced by law enforcement.
yeah, it's a very congested spot, and that's like one of the more temporary solutions, and we're hopefully thinking about
that makes more sense, because I remember we had to pass an ordinance,
The
we didn't have an
plow.
ordinance for the snow plow, we
Right.
couldn't tow anybody. So it's the same idea. So, I'm sure it's right, yeah,
It's probably an enforcement issue.
So I asked him specifically, like, if we needed a specific parking ordinance or if we could, like, do something with our current road ordinance. So that's what he's getting back to me about some information about that. So I am in the progress of working with the school on that. And then the Forest and Conservation Committee, we're doing some work with them. They're in the process of working on an ordinance. I've been emailing Michael in regards to some documentation that he needed. And potentially have a lead to fill that last member spot, which I just got the final information from Jen, so I'm hoping we'll have that final seat filled
for the forest conservation.
for the Forest and Conservation Committee, because the seats that just were filled were ones that were already filled, but just the terms were expired, so we still have one open seat, I believe. And then Merrick Grant has their cleanup this Saturday at 9 a.m. I will be there. I highly recommend everybody else who wants to go and clean up. It's a fun time. But Merrick Grant does a lot of great work for this town, and it's a gem. So that's all.
Very good. I have nothing. So, with road committee, when's, do you?
They don't have any meetings scheduled?
Do you have any meetings scheduled? And, when's the next rec committee meeting?
The 25th.
25th, okay. Well, hopefully we'll have something next time. So, okay, we're gonna go back up to department head, committee chair updates.
Will Langley, road commissioner. So I rented a chipper for this week. We started Monday. We got Sand Page Road done, Goose Pond Road's done, West Shore Drive's done, East Shore Drive's done, 7th Street's done, Lebanon Road's done, Sanborn Road's done. Like chipping and everything. Like a couple of those we're gonna go back with an excavator and get the logs and everything. But tomorrow we're gonna hit the H road pretty hard on Friday, and then next week I probably won't be doing any town work. Next week I got some other stuff going on next week. But the week after, if I can get the chipper again, I think we're gonna try to chip one more week, and then I think we'll be in pretty good shape there. Depending on how the week goes, if we get some rainy weather, we're probably gonna start to sweep. But we're just gonna see what happens.
So you've got everything that's intruded into the road, it's a safety
Oh,
issue
yeah.
that you'll have taken care of.
Like
Everything else
Goose
is-
Pond Road, like when you came around the shop corner with the pond, there's all those
Oh, yeah.
pine trees right there, that's all gone. Anything that was leaning over the road, we've been cutting, so everything's in pretty good shape. So.
Yeah, there's nothing sticking on the road that might be an issue.
No, even like tomorrow, real quick, we gotta go down to the Hop Road, because I'm not gonna get back down there till I get a chipper back, but, there's a couple of pieces we gotta go down there and clean up, but, the H Road, I gotta get that done this week, that's pretty bad.
I got a call about the little white bridge,
Oh, yeah, that got hit that last
hard,
one.
yeah. I mean, obviously you're gonna fix it at some point.
Yeah, we put a bunch of cones around.
Did you put some cones?
Yeah,
Okay,
we put a bunch of
I didn't
cones
come up through that today, so.
Yeah, we put a bunch around there, because when we went up to this afternoon, I was looking at it, so we put a bunch of cones around it.
Where is that?
Everything.
The little white bridge on Sanborn Road.
Oh, yeah, okay,
And
yeah.
then, that was the other thing, in the engineer report, it says it's not even up to what it needs to be, it says it needs a guardrail in it, so. I didn't know I think I'm just gonna get some price, and when I get my new budget, probably just put a guardrail in there and get it over with, so.
Well, the problem is to put the guardrail there, the only reason we never did it is there's nothing to hook to.
All right.
It's got railroad ties up, and there's nothing really there. It's gonna be something where either you replace that culvert, put a head wall or something, or expand it out, which is kinda hard to do when you're in a stream like that. They fringe your, they don't like.
Yeah, we're gonna fix it either way, but I put a bunch of cones around it now, so, but we'll get it fixed, but, yeah, tomorrow we're gonna hit the H road pretty hard and get that cleaned up, and then, we're just gonna keep plugging along, so.
Good.
We don't have that.
We've heard good feedback, Bob.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
very good.
Any more department, I don't see any, so, okay, we're gonna go down to old business. Treasurer, deputy town clerk positions.
So Tom reviewed some applications from the treasurer that has come in, and we're going to start scheduling some interviews. Regarding the deputy town clerk, if you recall the last meeting, you guys authorized us to offer the position to someone who I had met with, and then David had met with, and had reviewed all the things we always review. And then she essentially turned it down, based on finances in the end. So we are back to the drawing board and getting more applications.
Okay, we're gonna go down to new business. Budget technology lease agreement.
So, actually, we can kind of talk about A and B together. So, the town of Acton has Budget Technology, that's the name of the company. That's who we have a lease agreement with for our photocopiers. We have 2 copiers in the building, the one upstairs, the one downstairs. The one upstairs, the lease is done, and the town of Acton owns it, it's ours. The one downstairs, we're still in the middle of a 3-year lease out of 5, so it's halfway done. The copier upstairs is showing some age. We're gonna move it to a different office and we need to upgrade because that's the copier that's used so much every single day. The next item on the agenda, the main document solutions, that's who the fire department has a current lease with. And Wayne and I have spent the last at least month, if not longer, getting the 2 companies to bid against each other, you know, see if we combine them, if we get better rates with one versus the other. At the end of the day, we agreed to just present to stick with our original companies. Neither one of them gave enough of a discount to make it worth pulling from that company.
For 2 machines.
Yeah, the town hall is very happy with budget documents. It's a Conoco copier versus a Xerox. We've had good customer service. It's a difference of $1 or $2. We're both within budget, but neither one of us found enough reason to change
How old's
companies.
the machine here? It's off lease?
It will have just hit 5 years, because they're
Okay,
5-year
and so
leases.
are you planning on getting a replacement for that machine?
Yes.
And then relocating
That
that to
one's
be
going down to the treasurer's office,
down to the treasurer's office?
so that there's a copier in the back, so that the treasurer doesn't have to have access to the clerk's office.
She was having to go into your office.
Correct. You know, and then there's records, there's things in there that, you know, things are locked up for a reason, so I'm gonna move that one down there and upgrade.
I think it's just good for convenience.
Well, sure, that too. You're
So
right.
you're not gonna have one in your office, or you're gonna keep?
No, we are,
You're
this
gonna keep the
one,
one we have,
No, new one.
put the new one in your office, move
and
the
the other
other
one's
one?
with Ryder, so essentially it'd be more convenient for the treasurer.
Yep.
All right, so the lease on this one is, it's a 60-year lease, it's $163.86. It is within the budget, so that's what we're requesting on item A.
Do you pay a click charge on that as well for
We
each
have
copy?
5,000 copies, so over that it's .006.
Just over.
Over 5,000 a month.
What does that cover?
Oh, okay.
Toner and
That covers
machines?
everything.
Paper?
No,
Okay.
the toner, the drum, the service maintenance, everything,
So just over half a cent.
yes.
That's actually a very good rate.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a good copier, they've been good to us, so.
Is this lease, is this like the same one, the lease to own? So we're gonna, at the end of the lease, we're gonna be with another copier?
For mine, we'll own it at the end, yes. Fire department's a little different. He doesn't want to own it at the end, he's happy, his is a completely different agreement, but let's start with that one.
Cause my thing is that I feel like there's very limited market for copiers, especially if we get them after a lease and then we own them. I feel like it might be hard to dispose. So I know that we talk about having a lease where it's like every so many years they take it and they.
Well, and that's what his is, that's what he prefers. I mean, for us, I mean, this one is in good shape and there's no reason to let them take it, you know what I mean? We're gonna use it somewhere else. I mean, if it didn't work, it was that bad, honestly, we owned it, we just sent it to the transfer station.
Get rid of
We
it.
sent it to transfer. Wayne pays a little less a month because he leases his, he wants a new one in 3 to 5 years. He doesn't want to be stuck with this one, he doesn't want to have to dispose of it or deal with it. He wants them to come get it and replace it, so.
So they dispose of it after, or they?
Well, they probably would clean it up and resell it, I'm guessing, but.
I'll make a motion that we enter into a lease agreement with Budget Document Technology for a new photocopier with a monthly rate of $163.86, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yep.
Secondly.
All in favor?
Do we all need to sign this? John?
Well, probably 3, we should,
Okay.
at least 3.
Oh, there we go. Up in the back.
So a little additional information on the main document solution as you're reviewing that. This is, like I said, through Xerox Financial, this is a transfer station, this is the fire department. It's $74 a month for 63 months, but they will not own this in the end. And they do get charged per copy. But
How much was that one again?
0.01
Is it a
cents.
comparable machine?
No, his is a desktop, very small, and he doesn't need it to stay
They
for
both
a whole
do
bunch. His does, mine does not.
Yours does not.
Now, it was another $50 a month, and I really
Yeah,
don't
no, I
need
wouldn't go with it
Yeah.
either, okay.
it. We can get a cheap
So-
LP one for, if we needed color.
I'll make a motion that we entered into a lease agreement with Xerox Financial Services LLC for a photocopy machine at a monthly rate of $74 with a term of how long, Jennifer?
63 months.
63 months.
623?
63.
63, okay, I'm missing, second.
All in favor?
And that's plus the copies.
This is the sign here. Signature. Initial it. There we go. Okay. Seeing we've already jumped down to that one, B, we're gonna go to C. Did we just do C?
Nope, DS 200 rental agreement. I'm looking for permission from the board to sign, for me to sign the DS 200 rental agreement. This is election related, so I think it's better for me to sign it, especially with the different names on the ballot. It's just cleaner as the clerk. This is $2,044. What this gets the town of Acton is another machine for the June election. This includes all of the programming, the memory sticks, the absentee balloting, so that we can feed the town ballots through a machine. You can't program the state machine to do both. So if we don't rent this and get them to program it, we're gonna be hand counting. And we obviously have a selectman race and a school committee race with 5 candidates, and, you know, it's just much cleaner and easier for the machine to do the work. So it's $2,044, which is probably what you pay in salaries to hand count all those races.
I'll make a motion that we authorize the town administrator to sign a lease rental agreement on the DS 200 for, in the amount of how much again?
$2,044.
$2,044.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Oh, you don't need a step, okay.
Okay, we're all done with agreements here. We're gonna B.
So on August 25th of 2023, our assessors sent us an email that had 9 abatements in it. Somehow, somewhere, page 9 just never got signed or presented to the board. I'm not sure how it happened, but the property owner was in to pay the taxes today and questioned it, and it was never applied. So we're here to correct that tonight. This is for tax map 223, lot 6. This is an abatement because there was a home on the abutting lot was taxed on her property. So it's an abatement in the amount of $1544.34 for real estate account 3079. I double checked, all the other ones were applied. I'm not sure what happened.
Make a motion to approve tax abatement on lot number 223006 in the amount of $1,544.34.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Sign that. You keep that one.
What a beautiful day today was.
Oh, my God.
All week.
A little breezy down the wells today.
Did you get you weren't digging a trench or something in the swamp?
Yeah.
On the mats?
Yeah, I got it done.
Is-
See all the mud in the room. Okay, we all signed up? Yep. Good. Okay, appointment.
So I think it was Ed that brought to our attention, now that the mooring ordinance was passed by the voters of Acton, we need to officially appoint a harbor master. So the discussions we had prior to that, it was going to be the code officer, so I've created an appointment through June 30th of 2025 for Jason Sivany.
Make a motion to appoint Jason Seveny, Code Enforcement Officer, as Harbor Master for a period, or for a term ending 6/30/2025.
Second.
All in favor? should have a harbor master.
We do. We still own that boat, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Just curious.
I think it's in storage right now. Well, it should be anyways, but I don't know if it ever came out of storage last year.
I don't think,
I don't think it
Oh,
did.
no, roll up, right?
But make sure it's ready to go
I don't think it's
now.
been out in a few years.
What's that? He's
I hope we
used it.
don't need
Has
it.
he?
Yeah.
Oh, good, okay. Good.
Atlantic broadband fees.
All right, so also pertaining to town meeting, the very last article was asking the voters if they were interested in possibly dissolving the the fee that's on the cable bills, and I think that overwhelmingly they said yes, so looking for some direction from the select board as if they want me to start that process of getting the contract updated with Atlantic Broadband.
So you gotta contact council, get in touch with their council, renew the BVI's for contract?
Exactly, yep,
Okay, that's gonna take a little time.
it's gonna take a little time,
So really what we're gonna do is make a motion just to.
just to authorize it, that's what we want, yep.
Okay.
I'm assuming you wanna go with the will of the people?
Well, let's discuss.
Well, I guess I shouldn't
Are we going with the will of-
Sorry.
I'd say we
I
have.
would,
I mean, we probably.
Yeah, I
discussed
think
this
That was the
before.
point for asking, the reason for asking for it, right?
So, I mean, I, you know, town meeting was kind of, it's been on what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I mean, was it overwhelming, yes?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't count it, so that tells me it was overwhelming.
So,
Yeah, I don't know if there was any opposition, but.
No, no one said.
I think that's where we're kind of leaning towards anyways, but we just wanted the
Yes.
approval from the town.
Right, so what is that called, a franchise fee?
Franchise fee. yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we follow through on the article approved at town meeting to ask the town administrator, contact council, and put the necessary legal documents in place to discontinue that fee.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Okay.
And we have an executive session, but we'll do public comment first. Any public comment?
I have something I was like, I keep forgetting, I meant to bring this up.
Go ahead.
Apologize. Town meeting was really great, but I've had some discussions with people in regards to accessibility. For some people in the back of the room, it was really hard for them to hear some things and to see some of the things like on the board and stuff and when they're writing down names. So I just want to bring to the attention that for hopefully we're doing a lot of great changes and improvement. Next year we can take in consideration people who may be hard of hearing or sight and they can't always hear or see the things that are being said at town meeting, especially where it's votes that are, going to make some significant change in town.
So,
Yeah.
any suggestions?
I don't know, projector, maybe where we can make things bigger when typing the names, which we wouldn't have to do with that whiteboard again and the eraser.
I mean, there's more seats up front.
Make some
Well,
designated handicap up front.
Something because it's
Yeah.
a
Change the
couple
positions
people,
to ballot.
Yeah, I mean.
That was
Like,
just
50, yeah.
No, like a chaplain, for example, if you wanna be on the budget committee, you take out nomination
Yeah.
papers and.
I mean, something like that, but just whatever, whether continue town meeting or people decide they want to do, but whatever it is, until that point.
Dan, would you mind working with the school to look into what kind of upgrades can be done, if that's something we can support?
Yeah, I would
You know,
love
because
to.
it's really being done for the town,
Yeah.
then that would be great.
Yeah, projector, I'm thinking we could share the screen and type the names. of
Yeah, it'd be
everyone.
quicker and then you
I
can
don't
make
play
it
band
bigger
anymore, I love it.
But,
for people who can't read the handwriting and.
What?
By the way, I thought the town meeting went very well attended,
The marker was dead.
huh?
Yeah.
They're picking on my handwriting.
Oh. You wanna write on the board next year?
Got it.
We got a volunteer! Yeah, I just thought it was, great to combine the school and the town. Attendance was what, 100 and,
Over 100. We have
it
an
was like
update.
150 or something like
Yeah, it's
140,
usually
something in
130,
that
yeah.
range.
I think
We'll
with
get
the
you the
storm,
date
that's
on
not,
it.
that's
No,
not
it was
bad.
a
Yeah.
real storm and,
Factor.
there was a lot going on, so I think it worked well and
And we were able to keep some of the people there after this, we were afraid after school was done, everybody was going, gone, you know? Kind of like, remember that Coldwood Drive thing, remember that?
This was the most well-attended town meeting since the Coldwood Drive
Since then,
one,
yeah.
which was
Yeah.
2010.
I thought it was efficient, I thought.
One of
it
your,
worked really well.
one of your department heads, wanted to bring an idea to you about if you continue to do the town and school together, that maybe you alternate, and, you know, you do the school articles first, maybe next year you do the town articles first and the school in the end. I thought it was a great idea for him to come to the meeting and share that with you,
Yeah,
but,
sure.
so where I would think, yeah.
I think it went well the way it went.
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah, I think it was one of the better ones we've had over the course of.
I think it was great that we were able to combine some of these together, and I wonder if in drafting the warrant next year, we might consider sort of organizing it in a way, although I think it was pretty close to it.
We made some changes, yeah, make
Yeah,
some
but
more.
I don't know, you put them all under one article and, you know,
But we were done by noontime.
it was a 2.5 hour meeting.
Yeah, so I mean,
We
Even
just,
with the ordinances,
I think we
though.
perfected it.
yeah,
If
okay.
you said screw with it, it might not work.
I was
Okay.
expecting to be there past lunch, so I was happy to have.
I know,
Their grant did well, I think they turned in $300-ish in receipts, so that was good.
Nice.
yeah, that's awesome.
Where
That's
did that
awesome.
go? To them?
Yes,
Yeah.
some neighbors helping neighbors funded it for them so that they get a profit from it.
Okay.
And then we
Oh,
got
that
a
was good.
70, we got a
About
50/50,
bacon.
the neighbors helping neighbors, which pretty much paid for
Yeah,
it.
it's on that. Yeah, that was
Did you
good
have
stuff.
what?
That maple coated bacon.
Yeah, the wife brought me up a cup of bacon and cheese, I'm like, oh my, you know,
It hurt my teeth.
yeah,
I messed around on the whiteboard, I didn't get any.
yeah, so that was awesome. Any other public comment? Nope, okay, so, there won't be any decisions coming out of the meeting, I don't believe, so.
No, no.
Do I hear a, motion to go into executive session?
I move that we go into executive session 405-6-6A-1 personnel issue at 6:34.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, we'll be back.
And taxes.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna go get taxes while you do that. I'm gonna go get taxes.
Oh, yeah, okay, thank you.
Just a chair, right?
Oh, what about the single?
Oh, I did, yeah.
That
Then you go right up the
Yeah, it was like a, sweet place, so they have a new place over there. And down there in Alfred now. Like right where the pool store, like where the John Deere is, take a left, head into Alfred, they're right there on the side.
Oh, yeah, you mean the car dealership?
Yeah, that one, they're renting the other half of the building.
Do they have wood splitters down there?
They got everything, you have to call them, I got everything.
Now, is that the guy that lives on the lake up here?
Well, Matt, like, I don't know, Matt lives in Chapley, and his parents live on.
Parents live.
Oh, his parents live on the lake.
They live on Lake Shore. And Derek Beal, his partner, lives over on, Route 11 Chapley, up by Knox's.
So that's where they're gonna be permanent with that?
Yeah, Derek worked at Robinson's, he was a salesman, he quit, they're so busy now, he's there all the time now.
Yeah.
I mean, just took off.
Have you ever been over to Southern Maine rental
Yeah,
place?
yeah.
There's something over there, prices are broke.
Yeah,
I've been something over there and there's prices for just,
I mean, he's like the only closest, like, we got all like Escalon and stuff, so
yeah.
either we go there or
You
you
know,
go to
but-
Windy Ridge in Tamron.
Yeah.
I think Windy Ridge is a little bit far, but I mean, what isn't expensive, what isn't expensive, it is what it, you know what I mean? It's like, go grocery shopping, it just means, I don't even
Well,
talk after less.
by the time you had that excavator until you could have had that rent over.
Feedback, so the speaker is playing with the microphone.
Oh, that's horrible.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you had that excavator, you could have grown this thing out in the
I
meantime.
know,
You know, geez, you could have, you know.
if that's what they wanna do, Joe, then fine, I'm not.
Well, you know how much more money it costs to do all this? I mean, you know, the old days, you run down and say, okay, this is. I get out of here.
Are you ready to select them, Joe?
Oh, you are? Oh, good.
You know all your papers in?
Yep.
You're gonna look at it.
Is it you, Roland, and Tom?
I think it should be all.
Oh, really?
Tom's fun, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you-
Sorry, yeah. I keep saying it's just that. So, yeah, me, Roland.
So have you talked to, Shores at all?
actually, I should say, my brother talked to him last night, he just, I haven't really
You
talked.
lost the whole truck?
Oh, they fixed it. Oh, it's horrible. This is the first one.
What was the,
This is the truck he started out with.
uh,
The kid driving it, it was,
holy shit.
yeah,
Well,
right by, right before, you know where the big dairy place is on the left? Yeah, going in the middle, you can take the other
Oh,
one,
yeah, yeah,
take it
yeah.
back up the Kenny bump right
yeah,
there. Yeah, the young kid, his name Logan Rickett, that drives the truck, he hasn't got a license to use it yet.
is he all right?
No, he was fine, he called 911 and everything.
Yeah.
Too bad, he just had the whole truck.
What was the engine in it?
I don't know, they think like a fuel line broke or something, is what they're thinking, or something.
Yeah,
Something electrical happened.
yeah, Brendan's truck on.
Yeah.
Brendan, you leave it, I thought, so he got
Well, I want to.
It's still on.
Still on.
That's all?
It ran all that time?
All.
I think we're supposed to shut it off and then turn it back on.
I don't think so,
That's okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know if we shut it off, whether it resets the thing.
No, as long as it's within the scheduled timeframe.
2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do I hear a motion?
I move that we come out of executive session 405-6A-1 personnel issue at, I just had it, 6:48.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, no discussion was, no decision been made. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Good night. Yeah, I'm gonna shut that off.
I'm not gonna be the first one up.
I'll get it.
Night, everyone.
Thanks. Guys have a good rest of the week.
Let me know when you're swing by.